Hey guys, it's Lynn. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel at Fidget DIYs, where I fidget with anything and everything to make home decor on a budget. You can connect with me on all of my social medias, which are going to be down in my description box. And I hope you guys will check out my channel for some more home decor inspiration. Today's projects are part of the first of the month challenge, which is hosted by Brenda from Rustic and Lace DIY, and I have the privilege of guest hosting this month. More about the playlist here in just a minute, but let's get to crafting and let's fidget. This first one is super easy. I got this tree. It's a lighted tree from the thrift store for $2.99, and it had batteries and everything. I was kind of surprised. And then I got this little bird ornament from Walmart, and I'm just cutting the tag off. I'm fluffing him around, and I get off screen. Sorry about that. I yanked the little hook off and just trimmed where it fits in place so that he wouldn't wobble when I stuck him on the tree. And you don't see him on the tree yet, but you will. Now here, I'm just taking a bunch of greenery that I have, and I want to make the base of this look very Christmassy. So I'm just going to wrap around that greenery to give me a base for my florals. And I used one longer piece to go around the main part, and then two smaller pieces fit just in over that. And I didn't glue any of this down. It stayed pretty well, and I didn't want to make anything permanent on my tree. And here you can see I'm starting my florals. I've got these snowy piece, like the snowy white pieces. Those are from Walmart. And then the piece I'm putting in there now is like a pine piece with some frost on it. Those are from Hobby Lobby. And I added a poinsettia. And then I came in with some Waverly Snow White chalk paint and my fan brush and just kind of flocked everything. And I showed you most of that. I even put some on the little poinsettia. And I just kept going, just kept flocking things. And I just kept going until my ancestors said stop. And they didn't say stop for a minute, you guys. And here it is. I love how this turned out. It was super simple, and it's just a statement piece in my opinion. And it was pretty cheap. I spent $2.99 on the tree and $2.14 on the bird and the other stuff I had in my stash. And it's just a testament to how you can throw some simple things together and make it look super cute. So yeah, you guys, let me know down in the comments, what do you think about my little birch tree birdie? The first of the month collaboration is hosted always by Brenda from Rustic and Lace DIY. Her channel link will be down in my description box, as well as the link to the playlist where you can see all of the other crafters and creators and draw inspiration from what they do so you can make your own things and decorate your own house. This month's theme is 'Tis the Season, where we are going to do Christmas or winter themed DIYs. And I truly hope you guys will enjoy all of the projects. If you have a channel and would like to take part in this collaboration, contact Brenda. All that being said, let's get back to it. Alright, to start on this one, I have this 3-panel sign I got from the Dollar Tree about a year ago. Gonna take off all of the galvanized pieces. I had a brain fart, goodness. And I'm going to deconstruct the whole thing. I'm taking off all of the twine, the tags, the paper, the whole thing. And the paper didn't come off to my liking. So I just spray it all down with water, which happens a lot, actually. Now, while those are soaking so I can get the rest of that sticker paper off, I am coming through with these wall decals, yeah. And you can get those at the Dollar Tree as well. These are a 3-piece set that says there is always hope. Let everything you do be done in love. And I don't remember what the first one said. You guys will see that. And I'm just fussy cutting around those so I can place them on my pieces in the middle. You know, put them in the right place. And here I'm coming in with my scraper and getting all that paper off. Once that was finished and they were dry, I came in with some apple barrel multi-surface black paint and did all 3 pieces, the front and the sides. I did not worry about the back because we're going to be attaching things to the back. Now here, after the black paint dried, I came in with some metallic gold by Artist Loft and did a real quick, fast, not really a dry brush, it was a wet brush, but I did it haphazardly. And now I'm taking a piece of candle and I'm going to go over all of the edges and some in the middle. I'm just putting the wax down so that after I paint it, I can scrape that off and it will give me a distressed look. Now, after the candle, we come in with some Waverly Snow White chalk paint, and I did a pretty decent coat. Still kind of messy, but you see here. Now, I did go over with my heat tool just a little bit. You don't want to do it too much or you'll melt your wax and it will not scrape off properly. And then I just took, I actually took my Cricut, like, scraper tool. Not scraper tool, I don't even know what it's called, y'all. Anyway, you see what I'm doing? I'm just scraping off all that wax that's sitting under that paint. And when it was to the point where I was happy with it, I started putting on my decals right in the middle, or as in the middle as I could. I went by eye. And I used my Cricut. Oh, that's a scraper tool, duh. I used my scraper tool to get those stickers down on there really well. And for the third sticker, it was a little bit too big, so I just separated the pieces and got them on there to where I think it looks good. I like it, and you can read it. That's the whole point. And then I'm going to come in with some glossy Mod Podge and do a coat over all 3 of those pieces, just to get the stickers to stay down and to seal my paint. And then I've got these garland ties. I got those at Walmart, and I'm just laying my pieces over top of that to get the size that I'm going to need. I'm going to connect these 3 pieces with these garland ties. So I'm just going to cut those to shape. And it worked out perfectly. I needed 4 pieces. I got 4 pieces. And then here I am just going to come in with some hot glue and attach these. I spaced them out evenly first, obviously. And I only used hot glue because if I had used my staple gun, the staples would have gone through that really thin MDF. So here we are. And this is just me measuring to make sure all of my pieces are separated evenly. And here we go. I got my hot glue wood glue, which you really don't need the hot glue wood glue for this. I mean, regular glue will hold up just fine. Those squares are not that heavy, and this will do just fine as long as you're not hanging it outside or something. Well, outside in the south, because I know if I hung this outside at my house, I mean, in the wintertime, we get 100-degree weather, so I know it'd melt just completely right off. And after I got all of my different pieces attached, I used 2 more garland ties, put those into like an oval shape, and attached those with some floral wire to the center, between the squares, but attached to those garland pieces that are holding those squares together. I hope that makes sense. If not, you can definitely see what I'm doing. And here I just chose my florals. I went with this green sparkly greenery, and that is from Walmart. These little gold poinsettias came from Dollar Tree, and the berries also from Walmart. And I'm just putting those together to where it looks good and it makes me happy. Now here it is. Faith can move mountains. There is always hope, and everything you do be done in love. And I just love this one. I might have to give it away as a Christmas present because it's just really cute. My sister would love it. I don't know. Good thing she doesn't watch. I don't know if I'm giving it to you, in case you're watching. You guys let me know down in the comments. What do you think about this one? Alright, the scripture of the day is a very simple one, but it's so important. Rejoice always, pray continually, and give thanks in all circumstances. Now, we're called to do this because it makes us happier people when we rejoice, when we pray and we give thanks in all of our circumstances, whether they're good or bad. We have life, we have breath. And I don't know, I love this one. You guys let me know down in the comments how this scripture makes you feel. Now back to it. This one turns out to be one of my favorites. I've got this little clay cookie ornament from Five Below. It's a kit, and it came with the air dry clay and a rolling pin and some cookie cutters. So I'm going to try the kit with the things that it came with first, and just to see, the quality of the stuff that you get for $5. So I rolled it out with my little rolling pin and used the cookie cutter, and it stuck so bad. It was so hard to get out, and these poor little kids, they're going to be messing with this. So anyway, I pushed that little guy out as best as I could, and then I used my fingers to go around the edges, and it was still really messy looking. So I'm going to do it my way. I got some Vaseline and covered the cutter part of the cookie cutter, and then placed that down, smushed it around a little bit, pulled it out, and boom, check it out. So if you guys get this kit for your kids, make sure you let them know to use some Vaseline or some cornstarch or something, just to let that air dry clay come off of there. Now I've got all this is dry now, obviously, and I've got this puffy paint, and I'm just going to do my cookies all cute with that. And now I've got this gingerbread oven mitt from the Dollar Tree. I took the hook off and then used that plastic hook that was attached to the tag on the back of the oven mitt. I used hot glue and a piece of ribbon, and that worked wonderfully, you guys. I'm putting stuff in this thing, and it got pretty heavy, and that held really well. I made this a week ago, and it's still hanging on my wall. So now I'm going to come in with just a bunch of plastic and fill out the bottom of my oven mitt so that it doesn't flop around on me and stuff doesn't fall out of it. Now I've got this whisk, and it's really cute. It came from Walmart, and it's got a little tree on the inside, and I like the wooden handle. I actually got 2 of them, so I'm using one and using one in this. Now I've got this little chunky stuffed gingerbread. He's a cook, a chef, or a baker, I guess, a baker. And I'm going to put him in there as well. I'm going to make him hold on to that whisk. And I came in with some floral picks. I tried these poinsettias. I wind up not liking them. You'll see that part. And I'm just going to go in and try to manipulate all of my different pieces to where it looks nice. And I thought I was going with those poinsettias at this point. So here I am tying those 2 of the cookies, a gingerbread man and a candy cane, with some twine. I tied a little bow, used some hot glue on the ends so it doesn't fray over time, and hung that on his little arm. Hey, I've got some cookies. And then I added a little bow. That bow I could live with or live without it. It's whatever. Here is where I chose a different route with my florals. I got a garland tie and folded it into a V shape with one edge larger than the other, or one side rather. And I took a Christmas tree cookie, another gingerbread cookie that I had decorated differently, and stuck those to that garland piece and tucked that down in towards the right of my little baker gingerbread man. And I put some other greenery picks that I got from Dollar Tree in the back behind all of my pieces. Here I am adding another cookie. And I promise this looks... Oh, I like that one. That was the little... I didn't show that one. Anyway, all of it put together. Here it is, guys. And I love this one. Oh, it's so cute. Anyway, yeah, I'm floored. I just love it. You guys let me know, what do you think about this one? And what about it would you have done different? That bow, I'm wondering about the bow. I could yank it off. Anyway, y'all let me know what you think. this one turned out super pretty. I've got these tree ornaments I got at the Dollar Tree. It comes with 2, so I used two sets. And I didn't like the holes at the tops of the trees, so I just went ahead and got some spackling and filled those things up. And that worked super well for this project. Once I was finished putting the spackling in all of the holes, I got these acrylic boards from Dollar Tree. They go fast when they come into my store, so I was lucky to get 4 of them. And I'm going to put my tree against the front of it, flip it over, and use a dry erase marker to just do a little dot everywhere that those tree branches touch that acrylic board, so that I can come in, move the tree, and add my E6000 to all of those little spots, so that I can make sure the tree is touching where it needs to adhere to that acrylic board. And I just use my paintbrush to get any glue strings out of the way. And I carefully set that down on there, just like that. And I'm going to show it to you. Oh wait, no, I didn't show it to you again. I'm showing you here that I'm adding just a dot of hot glue to a couple of spots, just to give me that immediate hold while that E6000 sets up. And here I am measuring, just double checking the size of my acrylic boards, so I can cut these bamboo sticks, which I got at Amazon, and I can size those up to do the edging of my piece. And here I've got a wood square with rounded edges. I got that at Walmart. And I'm taking all of my pieces and just kind of figuring out where I'm going with this, guys, because I did not know where I was going with it exactly. And here I'm putting together a square of 4 of my smaller pieces. And once that is all together, I did glue that to the square base. And I painted some of that black, as you can see there. And then I used the same black paint. It's an apple barrel multi-surface to do all of my bamboo sticks. Now for the base, I did leave some of that wood naked so that I can put my glue. I used E6000 for the permanent hold and the hot glue for a temporary hold, and put my acrylic pieces down, or up against that rather. Now here, I took my other 4 smaller pieces, used some hot glue, and pushed that under the trunk of the tree and against that acrylic board to hide the nakedness of where I glued those together. And I'm going to show it to you again right here. You'll see hot glue, E6000, acrylic board up against the side, and we're going to hide the nakedness with another piece of black bamboo stick. Now here I decided to do the corners with the big skewer sticks you can also get at Dollar Tree. They come in a big pack, and those are so awesome to have around in your stash, you guys. I recommend getting a pack. And I'm just going to cut those down to size. I did 4 of them and painted them black. And for the roof, I have this plastic roof that came with a box of Lincoln logs that I found on the side of the road. Somebody had thrown them away. Now the whole kit wasn't there, so I figured I'd use the roof as part of my lantern. I added a ton of faux snow, also from Dollar Tree, and a little candle to the middle. I just rested the lid on top so I can change that candle out if I want to. And here it is. This is without florals. And I just rested some florals around the top of this thing. You could decorate this lantern for Christmas, for winter, and it's just a matter of changing out the florals. So yeah, this is one of my favorites. You guys let me know, what do you think about it? And that's all of them for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video if you liked it. And please share the video. Any of that stuff that you do helps my channel to grow. And all of my subscribers, you know I love you guys. Y'all have a blessed one. I'll see you in the next one.